IB. Yes, in IB it's all online, like online assessment. Assessment now became criterion based. So there is no free flow assessment. You just give answer, right answer. No. We need to ready for change. We need to add case studies. Now I am teaching in Indonesia. Indonesian economy, professor was saying in the morning. But at the same time, I need to teach what is happening in Singapore, what is happening in Korea, so that my students should know, should compete with tomorrow's world. Otherwise, he will know only about Indonesia if there is no case study. So we need to see how stock market in Indonesia is working as stock market in Mumbai, in India. A comparison must be there through case study. What happened to the forest of Borneo and the forest of Amazon Basin? What happened to biodiversity of Indonesia and biodiversity of other part of the world? Use of technology for sure, and including value system, I will discuss this. I want to stress in including value system. There are various things, value. Even as a teacher, when we write something, we need to, because we take something from somewhere. If in this PowerPoint, I think 60% of material is taken from somewhere, plagiarized. If I don't give value to the person who has written in the beginning, it's totally plagiarism. So we need to think about value system in education in today's world. Now, quality of education can offer various things. What it can offer, you will see. But my focus is basically in these 7 points, 8 points. Yes, talking about pedagogy. Now, when we think about pedagogy, what is pedagogy of education? What is approach of education? What is methodology of education? Methodology of teaching, okay. Just leave education. Methodology of teaching is idea and belief. My own idea and my own belief. I am going to a class and I am teaching according to my value and my belief. Nobody will understand. I have to come to the level of the student. I might have knowledge. Students don't have that much of knowledge. I have to come to the level of the students. Or we need to practice for learning. Practice for learning, when I say not only at the time of teaching, but I need to learn. That's what I said in the beginning. Learn, unlearn and relearn. This is very important. Otherwise, if from last 10 years I am teaching same content in my geography class, there will be no outcome. Or technology, or pedagogy. In pedagogy, we need to use more technology. And how we'll do it, I will discuss this. When we talk about methods, method is something like this. Two things. See, both sentences if you read, there are two colors, black and blue. Read the first sentence and it says, we think the effective teachers, we have had more years with the sense of recognition. A teacher is the one, just think, a teacher is the one who have very good knowledge. There are many professors who have very good knowledge, but their students didn't achieve anything from that knowledge. Or, second part of this first sentence, it says, but those who have touched our humanity, we remember with a deep sense of gratitude. If in my life as a teacher, if I see my teacher has given me all these values, he is my role model, my grade 7 geography teacher. Because ultimately who touched? It's not knowledge. Who touched is the one who have humanity. Or if you see the second one, we think too much about effective method of teaching. As a teacher, I said, oh my God, I will use PowerPoint, I will use chalk and duck method, I will do this activity in the classroom, I will ask them to make poster, various things I will ask them to the students. We think about, as a teacher, we think about teaching methodology, not about learning methodology. Learning method. First I have to learn how students will learn, not how I will teach. So we need to think, obviously for teaching methods, but as well as methods of learning. Model is something like this. If we go only one side, somewhere one side, we will not achieve that much. Because if we think about reasoning method, a pedagogical reasoning method of education, model of education, then if a teacher is teaching as he wants, that is first part, this side. If he is teaching, teacher's knowledge, belief and value, whatever he learned from his belief, his values, his understanding, he took in his reasoning, in pedagogical reasoning, and that became teacher's behavior. He became very strict, very funny or very whatever, and then he gave something. Outcome will not be that good. A teacher needs to follow his own values, but at the same time he needs to know people's knowledge. Yes, he needs to know belief and value of a student. At the same time he needs to know behavior of the students. As a teacher, I don't know. Today I will be teaching in a very good class or very worse class, or a class of some not that brilliant students, or any other word you can say. As a teacher, I don't know what kind of situations will be there in front of me. So I need to know their behavior. And then when these two things mix together, that is affordness. I learn from you, you learn from me. And then action and activity there will be outcome, whatever we do in the classroom. There will be some outcome. Otherwise there won't be any outcome if we follow only one direction. Now, there is a relationship between technology now, because technology became very prominent in the world. When I was young, we used to learn all table 1 to 26 at least. In my school it was compulsory. In my grade up primary school, which is in India, from grade 1 to grade 5, it is compulsory to learn table 2 to the 4, table from 2 to 26. It was compulsory at that time. Now even grade 12 students or a postgraduate student, nobody knows table. Why? Because we have calculator, we have GDC. You need to know how to use calculator, you need to know how to use GDC, graphical display calculator. We need to know about those things. In biology, in environment sciences, earlier there used to be pH paper, now there is pH meter. So we need to know how to measure pH through that meter. Earlier it used to be balance, now there is something else. And there are new applications, new technology is coming into the market. So teacher needs to be confident about technology. And those who are very confident, those who are trying to learn technology will be more successful. We need to know, we need to have ICT knowledge. Even in my subject is English, no matter. Your subject is language, can be Mandarin, can be Bahasa Indonesia. But you need to know technology. Because in English, in languages also you need to know how to use technology for language. And that's very essential. That is why nowadays in languages there is coming language labs. Or we need to think about beyond classroom. Sometimes technology don't affect. Sometimes what we teach in the classroom it don't affect. Yes, my mother used to tell me, when a child is going toward fire, let him go. A young child, he is 1 year or 9 months. If he is going toward fire, let him go. First time when he will burn, he will never go near to the fire. Natural education. Yes? And there are many phrases related to this. But she used to tell me, sometimes nature will give you education. And that is why we need to take students to the nature. When at home also, when we are teaching, if you have kids, like I have a daughter of 5 years, so if you have daughter, today you go home and tell her to plant a tree. How tree grow? Just so plant one seed and every day measure the growth of the plant. Students will understand. Your kids will understand. But there are two sides of school. You use technology, you fall in problem. And this is two sides of technology. Access of wealth and resources, if you have more resources, more complication. Information overloaded. Quality. If information is overloaded, we can't achieve anything. Or if you have new form of dialogue, then literacy issues. Dialogue. You discuss. If you discuss with professors, even in a very complicated issue, such as in the world nowadays is going on, my religion is better or your religion is better. Most complicated. Even if you discuss this with the most educated person, he will get annoyed. So for discussion, what we need is literacy issues. You need to have knowledge. New form of community, then learner identity and confusion. If you have new community of students, they have identity and confusion. Or if you have virtual representation like this, if I don't come here, I just send you PowerPoint. Some of you will understand, but not all. So if there is virtual representations, there is a lack of reality. In recent years, there are three important developments has happened in education. And what I feel is, number one, technology. Number two, educational initiatives. And number three, application of teaching and learning. And this has changed in this way. Technology has came in. If you use technology, it's very good. If you use excess technology, it's again problematic. So what we need to use? Technology as a subject and technology within the subject. We need to know this. If I am an IT teacher, if I am a computer teacher, then it's very fine. But if I am a physics teacher, I also need to know what is geography, what is technology in physics. So, technology across the subject, technology as a subject, if you see, there are very few teachers who are very good in computers. Up to our age, now they might be very good. But up to our age, there was not, we don't have that much better teacher for computer. Same. Biophysics, biotechnology. These are the subjects no professor has studied biotechnology. Believe me this. Because when he was a student, when the professor was a student, that time there was no subject called biodiversity or biotechnology. But now they became professor of biotechnology. So when as IT teacher, and if this goes, what will happen is quality of learner achievement will be limited. As a subject, we need to know. If we don't know, then we won't be that much successful as a teacher. So at least, whatever discipline you have languages, you have law, or you have whatever, we need to know the technology available for these things. Professor Balasundram is here. His science is very advanced science. Very advanced science in the sense, now, earlier, when racer used to race, he just raced. Within 8 seconds you have to finish, or within 11 seconds you have to finish 100 meters. Yes? But now there is technology. Now there is a speedometer. They see everything. They check everything. What is the movement? What is everything? Full technology in sports. That is why Asia is behind than Europe in sports. We need to know about knowledge. And when I said about knowledge, it has its own theory. We call it theory of knowledge. And what is that theory of knowledge? Just think, where do we get knowledge from? Knowledge comes from where? Professor Supriyo give us knowledge? No, the knowledge was existed before him. There are various things. Knowledge, there are various areas of knowledge. Knowledge comes from ethics. and ethics are there in the word from the beginning. Knowledge comes from art. Yes, we have seen certain art. In no Muslim country in the world except Indonesia, you will see these statues around. That is our art, most precious. Indigenous knowledge system. Medical science is purely developed because of indigenous knowledge system. Or religious belief. Religion gives you a knowledge. Or history. Or natural sciences, human sciences and mathematics. These are the areas where we get knowledge from. Mathematics means not this is mathematics. Is this? When it came first in front of me, I am not educated. I don't know this is, say suppose, this is square or rectangular. But when it went to this, if you give to your child to fix that brick games, nowadays become very popular, yeah? If you give bricks, your child will imagine and will develop something. That was the first stage of mathematics. Number, size, shape, direction, everything. Or, how do we acquire knowledge? From where we get knowledge is these areas. Art, ethics, values, all. But how do we get knowledge? As a person, how will I get knowledge? How will I get knowledge from religion? How will I get knowledge from ethics? How will I get knowledge from human sciences or mathematics? Various things. How will I get knowledge? Through my sense. I will get knowledge from my sense. Or I will get knowledge from my emotions. You need to learn, you need to have emotions. Some people, they don't want to pluck flower. Some do. Emotions. Or I will get knowledge from faith. I will get knowledge from reading. Read